Morning, everybody. Welcome to Malibu. It's a nice sunny day this morning, and this should be interesting. This is Ryan. Thank you so much for coming down. And this is Ryan's BMW E30. Now, it says in the back 327. What is that about?
We stroked it from a 2.5 to 2.7 by using the at a bottom end and using a 731 head.
Wow, okay. So it's an M50, right? Is it the M20 engine? Yeah. Oh, it's the M50, the later one?
M50 came in the E36.
E36. Sorry, my BMW engine codes. I know the S14, and that's about it. Okay.
E30, M3.
Yeah. So we've got 2.7 liter. Do you know? Oh, it sounds nice. How much power do you think we're making right now?
On the dyno, I made 150 to the wheels.
Okay.
And the car weighs 25 change.
That's great. 5-speed gearbox.
Yep.
Got a nice short shifter in here. What else have you done with it besides engine?
Clutch. We have Sax Sport clutch with a 12-pound flywheel, a full exhaust from 2.5-inch to a vibrate muffler, and then
subtle.
Yeah, just really quiet. Don't worry about it. We have German IP springs shipped from Germany, and then we have KYB gas struts.
Sorry, I'm just adjusting something there.
25 front, 19 rear. Stock brakes, so let's see.
Oh my god, it's so loud in here.
Yeah. No insulation, it's old.
Yeah. What year is this car?
85. So it's the second gen. So it's the second lightest you could get. Otherwise it's the 84 318.
Wow, this sounds like a race car. Is this your only car?
It's my daily.
Oh my god, good for you.
My neighbors hate me.
I can imagine.
It was quiet, but then I got the money and I was like, alright, I want to make it louder.
I understand where your head's at. I mean, loud is usually the direction you want to go.
Yeah, but and it did for the performance, because...
Oh, let's see. Screaming.
Yeah. Through those tunnels coming in, I was like...
Yeah, it definitely, it makes some noise.
Yeah.
It does. It feels light on its feet. The steering is, wow, it's actually fairly precise.
It is. We swapped from the stock one to a 95 E36 M3 steering rack.
Oh, really? That fits?
Yeah. It had a little bit of mods to do, and then we have the 95 M3 control arms as well.
Oh, wow.
So it gives them more of an offset to it.
Yeah. So that really, power steering made a little noise, but it's okay. There we go. God, this thing is loud. I bet your neighbors just love you.
Oh, they do. Let's see.
So how is it as a daily? I mean, other than being loud, does it work properly?
Sometimes. Like, I went through a whole, 3-month span of this thing not running. I was like, I just couldn't do it. But has AC.
It has AC?
Yeah, it does have a pretty good AC as well. Has a radio.
Well, the seats are a little tight for me, but they must be good for you, right?
Oh, they're great. I had harnesses in here, but for the time I took them out, so this thing gets terrible gas mileage as well.
Does it? How bad is it?
I used half a tank coming up here.
From San Diego?
Yeah.
I've seen worse.
But
it is shaped a bit like a brick.
Yeah.
Is the gearbox standard? This the original?
It's like Get-Try 260, I think.
Okay.
And we put, instead of the stock, because this was the E car.
Oh, it was an E.
It was an E.
Okay.
So it had the Bonneville 273s.
Yeah.
We swapped those to 313s. Then once I went stage 2, we put 373s in it.
So short rear end.
Yeah.
So you're really pulling some revs at highway speeds, I imagine.
At 75, I'm at 3,500 RPM.
Yeah, that's some revs. I actually have a 325E sitting in my warehouse right now, trying to get rid of it if you want it.
Oh, no, thank you.
Same color as this too. Well, it does. All right, so I put this car sort of at the same place I put my Mustang, where it gives you a really vintage vibe, but it's not like driving a car from like the 60s or something, you know?
Yeah.
The enough modern to be like livable?
Going up like Palomar.
Yeah.
My friend like WRX, he has trouble keeping up sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright, there's construction, so we're gonna flip around here. I like the sounds it makes on the downshifts. How's your turning radius?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
But yeah.
There we go.
It's SS Squid Stage 2. So I have the M30 MAF from a 535.
Uh-huh.
And then I have 19-pound injectors as well. And we have...
So you've done everything.
Yeah, we've done a lot this year. And we have a 270 cam as well. And I literally have a cam on my shelf. It's a 284.
Will that make it idle all funky though?
Yeah, it'll be a really low idle. But if you do a pull from like 2,
Yeah.
you'll feel the cam come on around 3 and die around 55.
Okay. So mid-range cam.
Yeah.
God, this car is so loud.
And right now we're still debating whether should we boost this motor because it has the great compression 9.5 to 1, or go an S50 unit. It's going to cost relatively the same for my dad and I, but what would be the better idea, boost or
Okay.
M3 motor?
I feel like swapping the engine, but I've driven some turbo E30s before. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They are. I really liked
Cameron?
our friend Cameron's car. Yeah, it was really, really good. Well
Actually
sorted.
looked at his kit.
He makes it for a guy in a house in Reno. His kid is impressive, actually.
Yeah. For 12 pounds of boost, like 350 rear wheel horsepower.
Yeah, his car was stupid fast. Is this guy gonna let me buy?
Probably not.
What do you think?
Probably
Should we have a
not.
prayer? Let's have a prayer.
That's all.
Oh,
Let us buy.
let us buy. I feel like that's peaking.
But yeah, it's there's a whole backstory towards this car. Like, I met you at the open house at HRE. That's where I like introduced the idea of this car.
All right,
You
tell me,
remember
we're
that?
gonna pull off and get us some room because this is gonna be no fun just following this guy.
Oh, yeah.
So let's get us some room. So while we were stopped, you just told me that you got this car for $50.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, how do you possibly go wrong
Can't.
when your expectations are set that low? This is like exactly the kind of car I want to race in, like jump car. Go, 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 go! Full throttle. It has like a very vintage DTM feel to it. Old school touring car.
Yeah. There's nothing to help you out in this. There's no ABS.
Of course
No
not.
traction.
According to your dash, there isn't even any brake linings. But I like this car because it's such a good size.
Yeah.
You know, like these cars, like, look, we're 2 people, we fit in here, you could fit someone in the back. You know, cars today, the newest stuff is also big.
Yeah. This was next like just a normal Camry. I'm like, wow, my car is small.
Yeah, no, the steering is very good, very direct. This thing's cool, right? I like it. I mean, props to you for dailying this. You know, how old are you?
17.
Okay, see, that explains it. When I was 17, I'd be like, yeah, I'd daily an Ariel Atom if I had one. Now I'm 34, and I'm like, huh, electric cars. You know, like,
Like my dad's thinking of getting another daily for me to have, like an E36 or an E34.
well, you have to admit that this car is approaching the point beyond which where you want a daily.
Dailyable, yeah, it's pretty hard.
Especially if you put a turbo on it,
Yeah.
then you'd find yourself going, But this thing is pretty cool for a $50 car that you do the work mostly yourself.
My dad and I did it entirely ourselves.
I mean, you've got a fast, fun car. This car will teach you about driving.
Yeah.
You know, and it's got, you know, radio, air conditioning, just enough to get by in California. And other than that, it's a classic.
You
No, it looks good. Got a nice shape. Got a nice stance. It doesn't like rub or bounce. It handles well.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Thank you.
This thing is cool, man. Bring me your E30s, people. I'm interested to see. I think we have another E30 that has an S52 in it.
S54. I talked to him on
S54?
Instagram, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know who you're talking about.
It's which is an M3
E46
engine.
M3 motor.
Yeah. But you know, obviously not very fast, but it doesn't matter because you can carry speed well, and it's a classic.
Yep.
Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.